This video introduces the concept of O.R.D.E.R, or order. It is the first in a three-part series that will help us to learn to approach business development in a consistent, logical way, selling solutions the same way we deliver them. Our goal is to create a solution that exactly meets the client's needs, as well as to reduce investments in low-probability proposals, differentiate Mercer, and increase our success rate in closing sales. To help us achieve this in a consistent manner, we follow the O.R.D.E.R business development model. Opportunity: finding out what the client really needs. Resources: ensuring we are aligned with the client on budget, people, and timing. Decision-making: finding out who is involved in the decision and how they define success. Exact solution: pitching the client on our proposed solution. Relationship: working closely with the client after delivering our proposal. Opportunity: the client will only buy your solution if it creates value for them and if they understand that value. But don't just focus on the solution itself. The key is to uncover the evidence to confirm the problem is real and to define the impact by quantifying the results, preferably in terms of money. If this can't be done, then you may be talking to the wrong person, or you may be about to solve the wrong problem. Sometimes the client needs our help developing impact from the evidence on hand. Whether it's a soft or hard issue, work with them to quantify the impact. Sometimes you will find barriers to the O step, such as an RFP, which puts you in a competitive situation. But with a little creativity, you can turn this into a positive by suggesting, for instance, that you meet to discuss questions about the document. If they resist this, then it may be a yellow light, which can help you determine how much time to invest in the proposal. This most critical thing about resources is that we talk about them as soon as we have a reliable approximation of the solution. Time: ask what deadline they have in mind and don't be afraid to push back with a yellow light response if it is not realistic. People: be sure you're aligned on who and how many people, from their team and ours, are required to do the job in the time frame required. Again, push back right away or put a contingency in place if their answer is not realistic. Budget: have an order of magnitude price discussion. If you cannot gain agreement, then calmly relay this as a yellow light to the client and make a determination as to whether this is positioning, a lack of budget, or a lack of perceived value. Then work with them to find a creative solution. The decision-making step is an important one. You cannot sell to a client who can't make the decision. So, find out who actually makes the decision and ensure they are included. Also, try to determine early on whether you're dealing with a prospect who is not actually looking to buy from you, either because they are already committed to another supplier, need a price benchmark, or just want some free advice. If you suspect any of these, call a yellow light and politely probe for answers. Keep in mind there are various roles of decision-making influencers, and some people play more than one role. Are they an initiator? A gatekeeper? A coach advocate? A user buyer? An economic buyer? Or a technical buyer? If it's a project with multiple decision makers, try to determine whose opinion carries the most weight and what they care about the most. At this point, it's valuable to assess whether there are too many yellow and/or red lights. If there are, then respectfully offer to either withdraw from proposing or to escalate the conversation to a decision maker if you are not already. The prospect will most likely either try to keep you at the table, offering to turn some yellow lights green, or will let you walk, in which case you would never have won the opportunity anyway. Remember, people sell by helping other people to buy. Also remember that during the O.R.D.E phase, you were talking 30% and listening 70% of the time. Now, when presenting the solution, this is reversed. Here's a quick recap of the exact solution steps. Remember, do not discuss fees until the very last, after all other issues have been resolved. If you qualified the account properly in the R step, then you know a discount is not necessary. If the client insists on lowering the price, then offer to remove something of value from the solution in exchange for the reduction. Missing a sale is almost always better than winning a money-losing project. After presenting our solution, there are 3 possible outcomes. We are hired, we are not, or there is no decision yet. If we are hired, then discuss yellow light and project risks now. It is also valuable to debrief the win with the client to learn what worked well and did not during the process. Be sure you confirm mutual understanding of the solution they are buying and define what their ideal outcome looks like and what their ideal service relationship looks like. If we are not hired, be sure to learn what we could have done better, keep the relationship open for future potential business, and thank them for the opportunity. If there is no decision, try to find out if there is a legitimate reason for the delay. Alternatively, push for a no, and if they resist, politely pressure them for advice on what can be done to give the project sufficient momentum to lead to a yes decision.